So what is a done for you system and why you have to be careful? So welcome to episode 2 of Not Another Podcast for Fuck's Sake. Today I'm going to talk about done for you systems and all some of the bullshit that's out there online. So without further ado, let's go. So I'll tell you a quick story, right? I won't bore you for too long. So over 2 years ago, I was scrolling through social media as you do, and I kept seeing this affiliate marketing, digital marketing, and at the time I had no idea what it was. And I kept seeing build a business for $7 and this challenge and that challenge, and how you can build a business in 3 days and you have $2,000 to $5,000 in 90 days. And I was like, I want a piece of this. And at the time, I was kind of struggling financially anyway, and I just wanted some more money. I just wanted to be able to do things that, like everybody does. The problem is, you can't build any business for $7. You can't build any business in 3 days. Whether it's online, brick and mortar, or anything, whatever it is, you can't do it in that time or for that amount of money. It's impossible. Now, I'm not going to keep going about affiliate marketing and digital marketing. That's just where I've started. And, before I keep on going, I want you to know this podcast isn't all going to be negative. The online business world has a lot of positive stuff about it, and I'll get into that in later episodes. And you're going to see that as well when I get my guests on, and you'll hear about their journey. I have to talk about this today because over the past couple of years, I've seen so many people come and go. Just like me, they get into it and they think, I'm going to make all this money, they don't have to do anything, and nothing happens. And I've even seen people who have made, say, a couple of high ticket sales, made a few $1,000s here and there, but couldn't continue it because they wasn't getting taught right, or because of these systems that are meant to be done for you, but they don't teach you anything. You've got to having unrealistic expectations is a really big problem. And I was the same. I got into it thinking I'm going to leave my job within 3 days or 3 months or whatever I was thinking at the time. And it isn't like that. And yeah, I'm still working a job, and I've come away from affiliate marketing, and I'm now doing my own thing. Because for me, I've found what I'm passionate about. And like I've said in previous episodes, if you haven't watched them, go and have a look or have a listen if you're listening. So anyone watching me right now, anyone listening as well, I'm recording this, I'm putting it onto YouTube, but I'm also putting it onto Spotify, Audible, and everywhere else just for the audio. So if I do comment about, something I'm doing by looks wise, if you're listening, then obviously you'll realise it's because I'm on YouTube, and vice versa. I just thought I'd explain that. So what is a done for you system then? So there's a lot of, I'll try not to name names, right? If you go on, well, I'm going to name some actually. Fuck it. If you look at the likes of Warrior Plus, JV Zoo, ClickBank, all this kind of crap, right? I'm sure you don't see it as much now, but I'm sure you've seen it in the past where all you got to do is go to this site, go to that site, get a link, put it on YouTube, put it on Pinterest, and people will buy the shit from you, right? It's everywhere, and it's clickbaity crap where people end up spending money on absolute junk, and then they think it's all a scam, and then they leave. And it's the same for these other like programs and courses out there. It's like 90% of the work done for you. Now, if somebody's doing 90% of the work for you over something that you've never done before, how are you ever going to learn? It doesn't make sense in my mind that, okay, I'll pay for this, right? You do 90% of the work. What's the 10% I'm doing? And what if one day I decide I want to go by myself, I want to do something for myself? How are we going to do that if 90% of the work's being done for you? So that's why I say you've got to be careful, because at the end of the day, we all know the saying, if something sounds too good to be true, then it probably is, right? Now, again, I'm not putting a dampener on any online business, because there are so many out there, there's so many people out there that are making lots of money, but they're helping lots of people at the same time. You've just got to, be wary of these done-for-you systems and these $7 challenges or build a business in 3 days, because it's not realistic. Just like any business there is in the world, it's going to take time. Before anything, it's going to take time. It may take an investment, depending on what you're doing. All right, you can look on YouTube, you can listen to podcasts, and you can learn quite a lot. But there's the extra steps that you may need. The time is the most important thing. And it's something that nobody really gets at the beginning when they first get into the online business world. Whether it is affiliate marketing, network marketing, digital marketing, if you're providing a service or courses or you're selling something, even if you're doing Amazon FBA or drop shipping, it's going to take time to build that up. Unless you've got a ton of money where you can just go and buy a load of products and then store them somewhere and then sell them on, which I can pretty much guarantee most people that come online are not in that position, then you're not going to go anywhere fast. So it's going to take time. You might have to start with a small product, buy a small product first, something like this microphone. Now, I'm not an affiliate for this microphone. I'm just making an example. You can buy microphones on Amazon or somewhere else, and then you can promote them and get paid very, very little. That's why it's not the best business, the best business model, but it's somewhere you can start, and it's somewhere you can learn the ropes. Like social media marketing is the key. Now, obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube and you've just subscribed to my channel, you'll notice I don't have a lot of subscribers and I don't have a lot of videos up. That's because I've always kind of been Facebook, then I went to TikTok, did a bit of LinkedIn. I'm not 100% down with LinkedIn, to be honest, but that's just my opinion for me. The same with Instagram. I know millions of people are on there and millions of people make a lot of money on there, but for me, I just don't like it. So I did have a YouTube channel, like I've said before, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to start again. I'm actually learning quite a bit. I've got some training that I'm watching that is going to help me push my channel forward, hopefully. But at the end of the day, it's all about the content, innit? If somebody likes what you're going to say, they're going to watch, they're going to listen, and then more people will watch and listen, and that's how it kind of works. But, that's why I'm going to talk about finding your fire a lot. I'm going to talk about confidence a lot, because what's going to happen if you come into this online business world, right? You get these done for you systems and you lack in confidence anyway, like I did, I was terrible. I'll do a full episode about this one in the future, all about confidence and finding your fire. If you come into this thinking, I really need the money, I'm short on money and I've got no one to turn to, and you're really shy anyway, you've got no confidence, and then you get into this rabbit hole of done for you systems, and it's gonna knock your confidence further down, because when it doesn't work, you're gonna quit. And I'm sure the stat now is like 95 or 96% of people who try and make it online don't make it and they quit. And like I said before, I've had people that have made thousands online, but then have quit because either they're not doing it the right ways, or they're getting burnt out because they're not getting taught properly, or they're not meeting the right people, they're not networking with the right people. So, or they haven't found that fire. They haven't found the fire. They've struggled with being, an introvert and shy, and self-doubt kicking in all the time. And that's going to make you quit as well. So the reason I've made this podcast about online business and the truths behind it is because being someone that had no confidence, got into this game, luckily met the right people, luckily then heard about the right books to read and what videos to watch and what people to follow. I didn't get caught up in all of the bullshit that is, and I keep pointing this way because I've got some notes in front of me. If you're thinking, why does he keep pointing down there? I've got notes right in front of me, which is something I don't normally do. But I thought, I'm going to write a few notes down. Now, if you're in my Facebook group or anything like that, you'll know when I do a live, I just go off the cuff. I thought, I'm a bit of structure, this is a podcast episode after all. So yeah, what you'll notice is it's all gonna be about the same thing in a way, because you can't do one without the other. You can't build any business without finding your fire, without having the confidence. And yes, self-doubt's gonna kick in, and yeah, imposter syndrome's going to kick in. I get it all the time. I get it all the time. But these are good feelings if you know how to use them. Anyway, I digress. So back to the done for you systems, right? There's a lot out there, and you'll see, you'll see them. And if you haven't seen them, this is what to watch out for. Pay $150 and you get $50. You get 50% commissions. But what you're buying is this done for you system that you buy and then you just sell that for the commission. You're not learning anything at all. Now, listen, if you want to just do that and get money out of people for no apparent reason, to be unethical, that's fine. Don't watch this any further and go and do that. But if you've got morals and you're an ethical person and you want to do things the right way and you actually want to learn the skills to be online, then carry on listening. There's an awful lot of it. Buy a course to sell a course, and all you're doing really is you're investing into it for them to say, right, go and put content out about that. And if you're not on Facebook, go on Facebook and have a look. Like, follow some affiliate marketers mostly, and you'll see their cover photo is almost like a billboard of whatever it is they're selling, because that's what they're told to do. So they're like, well, I don't know what else to do, so I'll just try and push it in people's face. And that's how you get a lot of spamming. You get a lot of people sending you links over, and they don't know how to sell anything online. You need to learn how to do that kind of thing. And just buying something to try and make a quick buck online, it doesn't sit right with me. And like I said, when I first got into the affiliate marketing world, I did it. I tried it, and I made some commissions, and it never felt right, because I knew in the back of my mind that what I was doing wasn't right. Like, I wasn't learning anything. All I was doing was adding people on social media and then saying, "Oh, buy this. You can make this," and it just never sat right with me. Luckily, I learned the error of my ways, and I've just completely came away from it. And don't get me wrong, I do still have products and services that I would, if I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were like, "Oh, I'm really struggling with Messenger." If I'm like speaking to someone in the DMs, I'm like, "Well, I've got this where that will help you out. It's a training that will help you out. Would you want to have a look at it?" And if they want it, I'll get a little commission for it. That's absolutely fine. If they don't, it's cool. It's not a case of buy it because I need the money and I want the money. Don't get me wrong, I'd love the extra money, but it's not about that anymore. And the people that are actually really successful online are the ones that have got that mindset of, I'm not trying to make money out of people. I'm trying to help people. And, with me, I'm trying to help people with the confidence, get comfortable in front of the camera, do podcasts, create video content, go live on social media. I'm not doing it to gain anything. All right, I do have some paid assets that I have put together. And the reason that people sell courses, and people, the reason that sell, if they've got a service business, they sell these things because they put a lot of work into it and a lot of time. So where it's took me over 2 years to find my fire, find my confidence, with obviously what I've learned and where I am now, I can get somewhere there way quicker. So that's the difference between done for you and somebody helping you out to get you where you want to be. And you could look at it like psychiatrists, or if you're in America, doctors. You have to pay for your healthcare. We're a little bit luckier in the UK. We've got the NHS. Our taxes kind of cover that. But if you went private, you're paying that doctor for his knowledge. And all right, it's to help you save your life, but it might be something small. If a dentist, you've got to pay a dentist to fix your teeth. You're paying them for a service to help you with something. And it's exactly the same online. So many different service-based businesses out there. The biggest majority are there to help people. So I waffled on a bit about that simply because the difference, you can see the difference. And if you look out for it, it's when you don't know is the problem. It's when you need to know these things when you see somebody's TikTok or YouTube video or blog or whatever it is, and you see, done for you system, pay $300 and get $150 every time you sell it. You're going to instantly think, no, if you've watched this so far, that's bullshit. And it is bullshit. And I don't care what anybody else says. And it's the same as a digital marketing course out there at the minute. You buy digital, you buy this, learn some stuff, and then you sell it, get 100% commissions. But all you're doing is you're buying somebody's thing, right? This course, inverted commas for those that are listening and not watching, to then just pass on to somebody else. Say, "Oh, look, there you go, look." But you're not learning fuck all. You're not learning anything. All you're doing is getting this course going, right, okay, sound, right, I'll send that on to the next person and get some money for it. And I'll try and sell as much as that as I possibly can. And then I'll brag all over social media saying, I've made this much money this month by selling my digital products. No, sorry, just my opinion. And AI has kind of gone that way a little bit. Not AI itself, but people using it. You know, they'll say, oh, all you need to do is use AI, use Canva, and you can make an ebook, and then you can sell it on as a digital product online. So in a way, that's kind of a done for you system, some bullshit system that people are trying. And what they're doing is they get asking ChatGPT to write a book. Then they're going to Canva, putting in this shitty book that ChatGPT's done, putting a cover on it, and then trying to sell it as something that they've done themselves. Now, for me, that's lazy as fuck, right? Excuse my French. That's lazy. You're selling something that you haven't even been bothered to put the effort in to doing, and then trying to sell it to people. People are working hard for their money. In this day and age, a lot of people are struggling for money. And if you put an ebook together that could help someone, but you've not even bothered to put the energy or effort into it, then you're a loser in my book. And I'm not going to apologise for that, because that is scamming people. You Google or ask ChatGPT how long it takes to write a book. Now, I don't know this person. I haven't wrote a book, but I listened to podcasts. Steve Bartlett's podcast, where I'm at now, he's talking about writing his book. And it's took him months and months and months. Some people, it takes years. And they put a lot of energy into it, a lot of money into it, a lot of effort into it. And then you get people coming along and go, I just use AI. There we go, sell it. Just to make some quick money online. Well, I guarantee you now, they're not going to last. And I'm not going on a rant here. I just think more people need to know about this stuff. They need to know, because it's just not right. And I don't think it's fair that hard-working people who are trying to make a better life for themselves, by going online, because we all know, well, a good majority of us know, if you're watching this now, you know that online you can make a lot of money and you can build your own business and you can be free of having a boss and doing whatever, you can do your own shit if it's done right. Like 2 years, I'm over 2 years in this, and I'm still in my job because of all the shit that I've done wrong. I'm on the path now. I'm on the right path because I've made the mistakes and I've learned very slowly. Some people come online within 6 months, bam, they're out of the job. For me, it took a lot longer because it's got the shiny object syndrome. So it's going to this, then watching that video, then my mind wanders a lot. I'll concentrate on one thing, then I'll move to the next thing, and then I'll go somewhere else. And instead of just focusing and zoning in, thinking, right, the next 6 to 12 months, what am I going to do? Where do I want to be, and where is it going to go? I'm there now. So hopefully, when you listen or watch episode, let's say 30, because that'll be 30 weeks? Or hopefully that episode I'll be like, I'm out of the job, this is what I'm doing full time, boom. And I'd love comments on this video, or if you watch it, if you're listening on one of the podcasting streams, if you can't comment, find me either on YouTube or find this video, or find me on another social media platform. Dom Ray, find your fire. You'll see me everywhere. It's all the same colours, same everything. But let me know, if this has helped you at all. And where are you in your business at the moment? Are you just starting? Have you just seen it on social media? Is it something that you're into, you're interested in? Let me know. Give me a shout, because I could waffle on for a long, long time. But what I don't want to do is keep the episode too long. And if there is any comments or questions that I do get, I could put it into the next episode, rather than going for... I will eventually go longer and longer, but because I haven't got a massive audience at the moment, I want to keep them nice and short and sweet. Hopefully give you enough information, enough golden nuggets that you'll come back and want to listen to more or watch some more. If you managed to watch all the way to the end, please subscribe, give it a like, drop a comment. Like I said, comment on this. Let me know. Have you gone for these done for you systems? Have you done any of these challenges that you can build a business in so many days? Have you been that person? Or have you heard about it and thought, I'm going to do that, but now you haven't because you've listened or watched this podcast? Let me know. And if you're listening, Depending where you are, drop me some stars or rate it. Hopefully not. Don't rate it too bad, but be honest. I don't mind. I'm all about open and honesty. If you don't like it, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, feel free to comment. Anything you want. It doesn't matter. I'm not. I can take it. Thick skin, so to speak. So thanks for tuning in. Episode 3 will be here next week.